Hey guys, so today I will be doing a quick little video vlog kind of thing on the papers that I'm planning on testing out. So long story short, I am designing my own wedding invitation suite and I wanted grey envelopes, but the issue was that they don't have grey envelopes in the shade that I want them. So what's happening now is that I bought a ton of, okay, not really a ton, like 4 different types of grey paper from this art shop, and it's called Fancy Papers if you're in Singapore. And basically what they do is that they will make envelopes out of the papers that they have in stock if you want. It's a customized kind of job thing. So I have 4 different types of papers that I bought. One is this Ephalin paper, which is I'm testing them both sides because one side is smoother than the other. It's kind of bubbly and rough, which could be good, could be bad. The other ones that I'm trying is this Depot C. I'm just reading it. It's kind of shimmery and translucent, which could be cool, but I'm not sure how they would translate for invitations that will be sent through the mail. I'm not sure how readable it will be, so I'm just testing it out right now. The other two, this is a Sagittarius light grey, which I'm really in love with. It's fairly light, so I should be able to use it, but just testing out the ink. This is quite regular paper. And the last one is this feather paper. So this is the heaviest of them all. There's a little bit of speckled kind of detail here, which I think is really cool. So yes, these are the 4 types of paper that I bought to test out because there are different shades of grayish kind of tones that I think work with my basically my aesthetic. So I will be testing them out with my Hand 101 and with my bleed proof white, my iridescent copper plate gold. So right now, okay, give me a sec. So right now, that I will start with. So I'm going to start with the feather one first, and I will be using bleed proof white first. I'm not sure how white would turn out on this one, but let's give it a shot. Okay, so bleed proof white is stubborn and annoying. It needs to be stirred before you do anything. So stirring. Alright. And then you just dip. This is what I love about bleed proof white. I can just dip it in, though I'm getting a bit less right now, so it might be tough. Alright, so I'm just gonna write the wet test. Okay, could be that this nib isn't quite prepared well, I'm not sure. Okay, it's working fine. So the white shows up fairly okay here. It's a bit too light. I mean, I'm using this to send through the mail. I might have to rethink it. Right, the white is really quite light on this. It's probably a bad idea. I will have to see how the other inks go. So I'm going to just be doing this color by color because if I do this as a paper by paper, it's going to take really long because I have to wipe off my nib every single time. So moving on to the next type of paper first. So the next one is this Sagittarius. So I've never used this one before. So 3 more to go. This one is the Posy. So this is really translucent, as you can see. Like, you know, you can see the other paper underneath. But I'm thinking of maybe if I do an envelope liner or something, I could definitely use white on the outside. So, but envelope liners are extra cost, so I have to discuss with, you know, my partner on that. So never mind, let's just give it a shot. This is coated paper unlike the rest, so it's actually it's actually stickier and harder to work with. Okay, this ink does not like me. Or maybe it's a nib. I have to switch nibs after this. So I tossed out my last Han 101 because I killed it while writing with other things. So okay, this paper absolutely does not like ink. You can see how like it's like glooping around and all. So it doesn't take this type of ink really well unless it's really fine, I think. I can also see here that like there are all sorts of little bubbles. It's not sitting in one smooth line like the rest, so this one might be out. See, this is why you test things instead of like just picking a color and going, hey, I want this, and yeah, do it for me, thanks. Okay, so now I'm going to test out the last one over here, which is the Ephalin, and to be honest, this is the grade that I wanted the most, but they only have this sort of shade in this textured paper and in another, what do I call that, in this my brain's not working. So there was this other one where it was, I think, 300 GSM. So 300 is way too heavy according to them to make envelopes from, so that one is out as well. Okay, this is actually not the right 100% right way to use a dip pen. That being said, like, you know, as long as it gets the job done and testing it out, I don't see the issue. This is the more textured side that I'm using right now. It's kind of bubbly, I feel, which you can kind of see with the upstrokes here. So I'm gonna extend this up. Okay, again, not advisable to do something like this actually. Okay, so the white turns out really well on this, but it's a bit rough. Alright, so I'm going to test it on the reverse side of this paper. The cool thing about this one is that it has two sides, so or rather it has slightly different texture. Like this side, the reverse side is a bit smoother, so it could work out. Okay, the reverse side is definitely easier to work with, and it's still kind of prickly. You know what? I wouldn't give for like, I would totally like love one of those envelope board, punch board making things right now, because then I could just make an envelope and write on it directly. But well, I don't really make envelopes that often, so it didn't make economic sense to buy at that point in time. Okay, so definitely the flip side works for this. These two kind of out. Right, so that is the white, and now I have to find napkins. So I usually save like all these paper napkins from when I get takeout food, and then I use them to kind of clean my nibs and all that, so that I don't have to go down to the kitchen and waste kitchen napkins. They always give you so many, and like, to be honest, like if you're at home, like, do you really need a napkin? Just go to the toilet and like wash your face. Okay, that's just me though. So next up is the PH Martin's copper plate iridescent gold. So I'm going to move this to one side so I have space, and I'm going to pull this down. So the same for copper plate gold, the same thing applies. It needs to be mixed, otherwise the what do I call it? The gold pigment kind of like sits to the bottom. So this one is, yeah, it's kind of used already. This is actually my favorite gold. I'm not sure whether I'll use it for my own wedding stuff, but I do use it for a lot of other things. I have been digging like rose gold recently, so okay, I'm not using the right angle to write this because I'm trying not to touch this thing here. So this turned out quite ugly. So let's try this again. Right, so this is copper plate gold. It turns out really nicely. It shows up. I'm definitely not going to be worried if I send this through the mail. There will be invitations that will be going through the mail after all. I mean, the bulk of our invitations are to like relatives and all. So, to be honest, the mail isn't so much of an issue. We could probably hand deliver everything, but well, then there's the trouble of like getting people to meet us and everything. So, it would be helpful if some of these, you know, they could go through the mail. Okay, this gold is turning out pretty well on grey as well, this Sagita grey, and I do like it. It shows up really well. Just well. Okay, next. So pearl next. I'm gonna move this over. Right, do I still have ink? So you can flip it over and see whether you have ink on the back. If not, you just go back in, add some to your brush, brush it on, and then dump your brush back in the water. Or you can dump your brush back inside if you don't want to waste it. Alright, so let's try on this pearl one. I'm not sure how it will turn out, to be honest. Okay, this is not turning out very well. It's sitting a lot better on this, but that being said, this is the ink that we go to when we want to use, when we want to write on smoother surfaces and that. So it works for this, but I'm not sure how it will work for if I want to make bigger shades. If I want to do thin shades, it'll probably be fine. Like, you know, but if I want to do thick shades, like all these, it'll probably be a bad idea. So, okay. So let's try the textured side now. Oh, ow. Okay, it's very creaky. This ink definitely works a lot better than the white for these things, right? But I'm still not too sure about this. Alright, last one now. Okay, so copper doesn't turn out too well on this one, on the darker one. I mean, if you tilt it a bit, you can see it better. So if I hold it against the light, it definitely looks a lot better. Or I could probably grab my phone and do a bit of torchlight magic here, but it doesn't turn out that well.